Be honest. Have you ever thought or either said any of these things? Why would anybody buy from me? I'm not ready. They probably, would rather buy from somebody else. I need to learn more. Or what I have is not that valuable. Or you know what? Because I waited so long, it's probably no more opportunity. It's saturated. Or because AI is probably irrelevant, it no longer works. If you've said any of those things, I want you to hear me very, very carefully, because I have said some of those things before in years back, and I learned a very valuable lesson from it that I want to share with you. But one thing that I want to share with you is this. Sometimes we discount what comes easy to us, but we're blinded by what comes hard to somebody else. And we don't realize that all of us were put here to serve each other. Now, when I'm saying serve, it's not that we do just free service and everybody is just out here giving all of what's valuable to them away to somebody else for free. No, I'm not saying it at all. And I'm not saying that you can't do something for free as well. But what I'm saying is this. There is a gift that you have. I don't have that gift. There's a gift that I have that you don't have. There's a gift that somebody else has that neither one of us have. And sometimes the gifts that somebody else has solves a problem in our lives. And when you think about the most famous, I won't even say famous, but the wealthiest people in the world, like people that make, billions and billions of dollars, what they all have in common is one thing. They solve a very big problem. That's it. And I don't want to simplify it, but that's really, when you think about it, that's exactly what it is. Whether it's computers, whether it's cars, whether it's medicine, whether it's food, you can name it. And it's all comes down to the same thing. They all solve a problem. And there are people right now that have a very big problem that you specifically can solve. There's people right now that have a problem, or they can solve a problem that I have. And when you have a big problem, sometimes the only thing that you care about is getting rid of it. I'm not sure if you've ever, when you were a kid or even when you're an adult, you had a splinter in your finger. You're playing around with some wood or something like that, and you get a splinter in your finger. When you have a splinter in your finger, especially if it's a big one that goes wide and deep, you don't care about anything else except getting that splinter out of your finger. If you had to pee before that, you forgot you had to pee. If you was hungry, you forgot about that. The only thing you care about is getting this splinter out of your finger. And when people have certain problems, that's the equivalent to having a splinter in all 5 of their fingers on one of their favorite hands that they use most of the time. And the only thing that they care about is getting rid of those splinters. And what you do when you take what you know and you don't serve the world with it is that you are being selfish and causing these people to keep these splinters in all 5 of their fingers because you think that it's too late. AI is going to do this. Nobody would ever pay me. So why do I even show up, period? Or it's saturated. You give all of these reasons and these excuses. And here's the thing. I've done it too. So I'm not just speaking at you, but I'm speaking to you because I've been there before. But what I realize is this: there's somebody suffering on the other side of what's been put in your heart to bring to this world that's not here right now. Now, I know what the good book says. The Bible says there's nothing new up under the sun. That is actually true. However, what is new is your perspective, your view. You bringing it to the market because nobody else will look at something the way you look at it. Nobody will describe it like you, and nobody's ever lived your experience. And there are some people who have problems that they want the problem solved, but the only person that they'll listen to because they know that 100% you understand is you. Like there's people right now who bought things from me that they wouldn't buy from people that mentored me to learn what I learned to teach other people for various reasons. And there's people right now that will only buy from you because they understand that you know what it's like to be them. And if you are somebody who you've already created something, you already got a product out there, you already got a program, but you're grossly undervaluing it. Hear me loud and clear. If you don't charge enough, you're doing everybody who you sell it to a disservice. Because if you sell somebody $1 million product or program for $47, you're only allowing them to value what they invested in at a $47 value. And it robs them of all of the real value that's there because they only value what they invested. And so often people are tricked into thinking, and they hear these gurus that, hey, if you're unknown, like just charge close to nothing just to get some customers in. And that all sounds good. But you think about even yourself. You think about this. How many things have you purchased yourself that costs you very little that you're still using to this day, or that you even used at all. My point exactly. But it's like when people make an investment that cause them to jump a little bit and it's a sacrifice for them, people that pay attention. And so when you create something and you value it to its full value and you charge accordingly, you actually do them a service because you're doing them a favor by charging them more. And we don't realize that a lot of times when we charge, that's a reflection of us. It's not a reflection of them or what we're even selling. So often people don't really value themselves enough. So they charge according to their own value, what they see in themselves, what they even have in their bank account. Sometimes people are broke, they don't have any money, and they're like, man, if I could just get $50 for gas, and they come off desperate. But they're charging based on what they have in their bank account, or they're charging based on their own worth. And it's like you don't realize, or people don't realize, because maybe it's not you, but people don't realize that when they charge according to their worth, their value, or what they have in their bank account, they're being selfish because they're making it about them. But when you really think about what something that you have or what you know can do on the other side of those who need it most, think about how valuable it is to them. Can it save their marriage? Can it save their relationship with their kids? Can it improve their health? Can it add, years to their life? Can it make their overall family structure better? And when you think about any of those things and anything related to it, what kind of value can you really put on that? What kind of price can you really put on that? That's worth more than any of us probably even feel comfortable charging, but it's worth a whole lot more than most people will charge. And I want to encourage you that if you have something that 100% can help people, here's the thing. Sometimes when I say 100% help people, people doubt like, well, I'm not sure it can help. But here's the reality. If it's helped you, it's helped somebody because you are somebody. So that means if it can help you, it can help somebody else. And if you have gotten any value from something that when it's helped you, it can also help somebody else. And you think about all of what it can do in somebody else's life, that's value. That's worth charging for. That's worth doing them a service by charging them enough for them to actually use it. Because there's somebody right now that they need something, and what they need is equivalent to the cure for cancer. But because they only paid $47 for it, they're going to write it off and not use it because they're like, look, what I need, $47, it got to be worth way more than that. So they totally discredit it, even though it sounds good and it can help them, but they discredit it because of how much they paid. You never want to be that person. You never want to be that person that truly has something that's equivalent to the cure of cancer for somebody in their area, and they don't use it and they die as a result of you not charging them enough because they didn't see the value in it, because in their mind, what I need, it gotta cost way more than that. You don't want to be that person. And you also don't want to be the person on the other side where you have something of value, people get it, they rave about it, and then you resent them because you didn't charge enough. You get upset with them because you didn't charge them enough money, or you get mad at them because they paid you what you asked for because you didn't value what you were giving them initially when you put it up for sale. You never want to be in that situation. How do I know that? I know that all too well because that's how I was when I started. And for transparency, it wasn't until I started valuing me and valuing self-worth and myself that I started charging according to what I was providing, not making it about me and what I feel about myself and what I have or don't have in my bank account. And here's the thing, if any of this is resonating with you and you have some kind of program or product or an idea that you want to bring to the market, or maybe you already got something that you brought to the market, but you are grossly undercharging, I actually want to work with you. And I want to work with you because I feel like if you have something that can help the world and make it a better place and serve somebody at a higher level, if I help you bring that to the market indirectly, I'm also helping somebody else get what they need that only you can provide. And that makes me feel fulfilled. And that's what I do. That's why I do what I do, because I really like freedom, fulfillment, and financial freedom. And it's like, if I can help you bring something to the market, you help somebody else in return, that makes me feel like my purpose in helping you has truly been accomplished on this earth. I won't say that's what I live for, but that's what I look forward to on a daily basis, helping somebody improve their life with their value and with the offer that they can actually hand to somebody else and make their lives better. Because guess what? Somebody did it to me multiple times over. And I still buy things on a regular basis because there's so much value in learning from somebody else who's an expert or who's light years ahead of where I'm just starting. If this is you, I want you to comment freedom below this video. If you have any interest at all in truly getting help and getting from where you are to where you know you can be and truly helping people on the other side, I want you to comment freedom below. And why do I want you to comment freedom? Because I want you to be free from regret. I want you to be free from financial ruin. I want you to be free from guilt, because you know you have something inside of you that can help somebody else. And every single day you live, you don't bring it to the market, you start to feel more and more guilt, because it's like when you see people, it's like, man, I could have helped them. I could have helped her. I could have helped, and you're not. So I want to free you from that. So I want you to comment freedom below and let's connect, because maybe this is a great fit and maybe it's not a great fit. But either way, if it's not me, work with somebody. Whatever you have to do, bring it to the market, because what you have inside of you, somebody need it, and maybe we all need it. But guess what? We'll never have it, and we'll always be robbed of it if you selfishly just focus more on you and what you don't have and how you're not good enough. And if you keep focusing on you, we're going to keep getting robbed of what only you can bring to the market and what you can bring to us. And so I want to encourage you, if it's not me, work with somebody else. Or whatever you have to do to bring it to the market, bring it to the market. And if you think that what I'm saying resonates with you and we might be a good fit, comment freedom below. I'll get in touch with you, and I look forward to seeing you on the inside and truly bringing your idea, your thought, your program to market, so that you can actually help people and be the oxygen that they can breathe from you, and be the equivalent of a cure for cancer that can truly save them and everybody in their family.